Coming up on this edition of Top Shelf Sports, two World Baseball Classic heavyweights went toe-to-toe, the winner going to the final with the loser striking out. Plus, we take you on a trip around the NBA where the term best for last takes on a whole new meaning. Incoming, it's Top Shelf Sports, and it starts right now. Hello and welcome to this edition of Top Shelf Sports. Alongside Marcus Richardson, I'm John Karuba. The World Baseball Classic action is heating up.
An underdog story meets a baseball powerhouse. Italy's historic Cinderella run collides with star-studded Venezuela with the trip to the World Baseball Classic final on the line. We begin in the top of the second. Bases loaded, and D'Orazio is going to get walked, leading to a DeZenzo score, getting Venezuela on the board. Now, top of the fourth, single homer here by Suarez gets Venezuela on the board. Now, top of the seventh, Acuna hits a game-tying infielder single, tying the game at 2 as Jimenez scores. Still top of the seventh, Shorio scored from second, and this would give Venezuela the lead for good. Venezuela wins the game 4-2, advancing to the World Baseball Classic final. Suarez.
Like I say, we never give up. We know how hard was this game as a starting, but we never give up. We put a good at bat, we put everything together in the home plate, and we got a Michael. He been doing a really good job lately, but I mean, we're doing better, and that's all matter right now. You know, that's why we celebrate. We score more runs than them.
It's the first ever trip to the World Baseball Classic finals for Team Venezuela. For Team Italy, they have nothing to be ashamed of, putting on a near miraculous run and electrifying a country that was discovering baseball for the first time in some cases.
2026 has been quite the year for American sports. Men and women's hockey both winning gold at the Olympics, the U.S. men's soccer team gearing up for the World Cup in June, and in baseball, the U.S. with a victory over the Dominican Republic can punch their ticket to the WBC finals. Doing so gives them an opportunity to try and bring home yet another championship for the United States of America. We picked this one up. It's the bottom of the second inning, and the Dominican going to get on the board first. Junior Caminero teeing off with a solo shot to left field. That gives them an early 1-0 lead. Luis Severino dealing until Gunnar Henderson going to take this fastball up and out to right center field and tie things up at 1 apiece. But the tie wouldn't last long as new reliever Gregory Soto comes into the game. He faces Roman Anthony, and a rude greeting from Anthony, taking one up and out to right center field. And in the span of just 3 batters, the U.S. takes a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the ninth, Dominican tying run on first, a wild pitch. It then sets it up, tying run on third, and strike 3 called on the inside corner, and the U.S. holds on to win 2-1 to advance to the WBC final.
Facing a lot of good arms. As you get deeper and deeper into this tournament, we know what we're going to get. And so for me, it's just about going out there and getting a good pitch to hit and just moving the line. This lineup's unbelievable. So for me, it makes my life easy to go out there and just try to kind of pass the baton to the next guy. And for me, when I hit it, I kind of just blacked out. I was in my head just, please go, please go.
With the semifinal victory secured, the U.S. has made 3 consecutive WBC finals. After losing the WBC championship in 2023, the Americans have an opportunity to script a different ending this time around. The U.S. is 3-1 against Venezuela, all time in WBC history.
The 2026 World Baseball Classic champion will be decided on Tuesday night in Miami. The United States and Venezuela will face off in a winner-take-all championship game. According to BetMGM, the U.S. is favored -250 to win. This final matchup is expected to be a good one. You can see by these numbers that the U.S. and Venezuela are almost evenly matched. Team USA has a slight edge in both runs per game and team ERA. After the break, it's a race to the bottom. We'll roll through the night's highlights from the league's most strategically struggling teams. Then we look ahead at the future stars they're hoping to land. Ping pong balls, prospects, and path to relevance. That's next.
Welcome back to Top Shelf Sports. I'm John Karuba. While the NBA regular season is entering the home stretch, some teams are competing for different stakes. The top spot in the upcoming draft lottery. Two of the most notable, Washington and Brooklyn.
The Portland Trail Blazers travel to Brooklyn to play the Nets. Things will go from bad to worse early for the Nets as this layup by Grant gets the Trail Blazers up 10-0 in the first 3 minutes of the game. Now later in the first quarter, Scoot Henderson is going to get this and go off this ball screen, go all the way to the rim for the and one layup. The Trail Blazers now up 20. Later in the second quarter, Grant is going to miss this corner three, scramble for the ball here, and Chris Murray comes away with the dunk. Third quarter here, things go from bad to worse here for the Nets as Avdia is going to knock in this floater. Now in the fourth quarter, Kamara drives right for the offhand layup. The Trailblazers will win this game 114-95.
And yeah, this is pretty much a microcosm of how the Wizards season has gone, folks. Off the turnover, the Wizards able to cash in the easy two there. Quarter winding down, Wizards. Now the Warriors driving in from the right block, able to flip it up and in is Kristaps Porzingis. Golden State up by 5. Inside 3 minutes to go first half. Trae Young for the Wizards going to cut it to just a 2-point deficit. But Golden State would retake control late here in the third quarter. And that was DeAnthony Melton making it a 12-point lead again. But the Wizards would come back once more. Will Riley from the right corner, big three there. Golden State up 115-107, home run pass by the Wizards to the front court, and an and one from Julian Reese, all of a sudden a 5-point game. But Golden State would put it away here, nifty behind the back pass, and they're able to put it up and in, and the Warriors would hang on 125-117. With 4 NBA teams currently under the 20-win mark, more than 60 games into the season, the race to last place is neck and neck. Taking a look at some of the consensus top draft picks entering the NBA draft, it's clear there is no shortage of talent available. Based off these stats, it's no wonder why teams that have records of 30, almost 40 games under 500 look at these players as potential franchise cornerstones. Marcus, with all these teams that have a legitimate shot at landing the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft, who is the player they should be setting their sights on?
Well, there's a lot of great players to choose from. It's hard not to go with a guy like Cam Boozer. He led the Blue Devils to the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. But I'm not going to go with anyone who's on that list. I'm going to go with Caleb Wilson, the big man at North Carolina.
Why?
Well, for me, it's about him being NBA ready as a freshman and having so much room for improvement still. He averaged 19.8 points per game on 57.8 shooting for North Carolina this season. Also averaged 9.4 rebounds. Wilson is an extremely talented player. Dominated the ACC, scores inside the arc at a high level. The three ball is still a work in progress, but the form looks good, so you feel like he'll eventually become a serious threat from there as well. Also great defensively, averaged 1.4 blocks and 1.5 steals for UNC, led the team in both. And day one when he steps into the NBA, he will already be one of the better two-way players. He's 6'10", he has a 7-foot wingspan, and he's only 215 pounds right now. As he continues to add muscle to his frame, you feel like he's only going to get better. I believe Caleb Wilson should be the #1 pick in the draft.
Which teams do you think would be the best for Wilson?
I think there's two teams that sticks out. One is the Washington Wizards, pairing with Trae Young and Anthony Davis. The other is the Dallas Mavericks with Cooper Flag.
Thanks, Marcus, for your insights. For Marcus Richardson, I'm John Karuba. Thanks for watching Top Shelf Sports.